I did it. On May 27th, 2025, I officially became a certified flight instructor. And that was probably one of the hardest ratings that I ever pursued. And if you are going to try and become a flight instructor, it's probably going to be one of the hardest trainings that you are going to go through. But I'm here today to say I did it. And that's probably the reason why I haven't been uploading any type of videos lately, because I've just been really focused on training and getting through that rating to make sure I didn't fail, because that would have been a lot of money wasted if I failed. So we're going to get into this video. This is just like an update video of where I've kind of been for the past 6-7 months. And I'm super excited. I'm super blessed to have been able to say I got through that rating. I have enrolled in another flight training, my multi-engine rating, and it is super exciting so far, and I'm hoping to have that within the next few weeks. But like I said, this video is just to give an update of just where I've been for the past 6-7 months and the reason why I haven't uploaded anything. So before we get into the rest of the video, I'd like to say thank you for first clicking on the video, but if you could help me, I'm on this journey to get to 500 subscribers. And the more subscribers that I get and the more engagement that I get, it gives me the opportunity to pretty much give back to the aviation community, because YouTube will then try and partner with me, and then with that partnership I'll be able to give back to the aviation community, and I'll talk more about that in a second as well. So like I said, May 27th I became a certified flight instructor. I was super glad to get it over with, and I got it because I wanted to give back to the aviation community, because this community has given me so much, and to be able to give back and pay it forward, I think that brings me so much fulfillment. Another reason I have not been uploading any type of videos is because, if you don't know, I live here in Las Vegas, and it is summertime right now, and the average temperature is around 105 to maybe 110 degrees outside. And sitting inside of a hot plane when you're doing your run up in your taxi and you're taking off and all of that stuff, it is super hot in a small plane. In the big plane you have the air conditioner and stuff like that, but in the small plane it's super hot, and I don't really enjoy it. I'm only doing it for training. My GoPros overheat in there. I know there are some people that record all times of the year and they don't really have issues like that. So if you have any techniques on how I can get some footage with my GoPro without overheating in the plane, go ahead and leave a comment below, or just send me a message on Instagram or something to kind of help me out. So I would appreciate that. But I'm making this video to, like I said, give an update, but I also want to make something that's interesting for you. So I don't have the resources that a lot of other people on YouTube have, like maybe having their own plane and they're able to explore and go to all of these different places, which I think is absolutely fantastic and so cool. But I do want to make content that is interesting to you. So if you have any type of ideas, or if you have any videos that you specifically want to see, if you want to get my input or my insight into aviation, or if you want any type of training advice, or what the CFI life type of is, or if you want any type of training tips, like maybe gear that you may want to purchase if you want some insight on that, or just general aviation discussions, what's popular in aviation right now, just send me a message or leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to get to whatever type of content that you want, because I'm making all of this for those who don't know anything about aviation, to just be able to give back. And that's just what brings me joy. And so I would appreciate if you could help me out with getting some content. So speaking of type of aviation support, I'm now offering mock oral check rides. Now that I'm a CFI, I figured that'd be the best way I can get my foot in the door to give back in that area. So I'm actually going to take you to my website. It's FlyBraviation.com. And as you can see, here's my website right here. I have the About section, I have the scholarship, I have the CFI services, and contact. I'll talk about the scholarship in a second, but just stay with me, okay? So here's just an introduction, who I am, all of that stuff. If you don't know, I am in the military, so that's why you see some military photos right here, and that's just a few jobs that I've had in the military. I'm doing something else right now, which is super cool. I can't really tell you about it, but that's just my About section. And then the scholarship section, I'm gonna dedicate a part of this video just to specifically talk about that. But this is just the website, the page that you can go to and you can read all this information on how you can apply and everything like that. Right now, the deadlines are closed, or the deadline has passed. I've already announced the scholarship winner for this my first cycle actually of scholarship rounds. Make sure you stay connected so the next time, if you are in any type of flight training or you want to start and you want to get some type of financial support, this is a scholarship for you. There's hundreds of scholarships out there to kind of like help you get through training, but this is just my way of giving back as well. And then I was talking about those mock orals. Hey, I have a beautiful picture up here, by the way, but here's my mock oral exams, and let me read this really quickly. Let's read it together. Get check ride ready with realistics-based mock oral exams tailored for private, commercial, and CFI Initial applicants. Each session is built around the ACS, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure you can read. I can read, you can read. But I'm going to be doing CFII and more advanced ratings once I get my CFII rating. But right now, I'm just focusing on private, commercial, and CFI Initial applicants. Just a mock oral exam. You can go down to the bottom of the website, click this little button, and you can schedule your mock oral exam right there. And next, we'll talk about going back home. And here's my contact. If you ever need to contact me in any type of way, here's my contact information and my social media links right there. Just make sure you kind of support. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the one who didn't hit the subscribe button yet. Make sure you hit it. All right, now it's time for me to talk about the scholarship, okay? So my whole reason for becoming a CFI was to give back to the aviation community, but there are more ways you can give back. And so let's go ahead and go back to this main shot really quick. So there's more ways that, I can give back. And I felt that the way I could do something immediate was to give a scholarship to kind of help someone who is super deserving out. So I put it out there. I made a whole video. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I made this whole video of pretty much me saying, hey, I have the scholarship, go ahead and apply for it. There were a list of requirements that you needed to meet to be eligible for the scholarship, but I got around 31 to 35 applicants, and I was super excited. I didn't realize going through all those applications was going to be as painstaking as they were, but it was definitely worth it. And not only did I go to them, I had a board of donors. The people who actually donated to the fund to raise the money for the scholarship, they went through the scholarships and they voted on them as well. And I'm super happy to announce my first scholarship winner. I'm going to read this little excerpt once I put the picture up on the video, or picture up on the screen, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to read this little excerpt because there's sometimes where I just get so clutter brained to where I may want to say a certain thing, but I don't say what I mean to say, blah, 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 whatever. I hope that makes sense. So announcing my first scholarship winner is Shania Marshall. She is currently a commercial pilot who is going after her certified flight instructor rating as we speak. She will be done, I think, in the next 4 to 5 weeks. But let me just go ahead and read this little excerpt so that I can get this out the way, okay? So one of my proudest moments lately has been to award the FlyBraviation NextGen Aviator Scholarship. And I'm excited to announce that Shania Marshall is the winner. This scholarship was created to support aspiring pilots working towards their next rating, and Shania stood out as a passionate and determined individual. This isn't a one-time thing, and this is the start of something bigger. And so there will be more scholarships in the future because FlyBraviation is all about opening doors and helping the next generation of aviators rise. Not only rise to the occasion, but rise to get their next rating. That's the whole point of the scholarship, is to help those people out. So I'm super excited about that. She was very deserving. She got the most votes out of everyone. There were so many people that were deserving, honestly. And I was reading through people's applications. So I was like, man, I wish I could just give all these people the scholarship. But unfortunately, I only had the resources for one. So actually, if you want to help out, you want to go back to my website, FlyBraviation.com. Go to the website. If you want to go back and go to the scholarship section and you go down to the bottom, there's a way you can actually donate. And those donates will go to pretty much building a scholarship fund for me to continue to do that as well. So I'd really appreciate that. But that's enough for, the update as to where I've been lately. As you can tell, I've been super busy. I am a husband, I do have kids, and I am full-time active duty in the United States Air Force. And so I've just been trying to spread my time equally and giving as much attention as I can to all these different assets or facets of my life. That's the word I was looking for. Don't judge me if you know I'd used the wrong word first. But if you could just go ahead, like I said, hit that subscribe button and, get notified the next time I post a video, because the next video I'm going to be posting here on the channel We'll cover how private pilots are failing their check rides, and more importantly, how you can avoid these mistakes. So if you're a private pilot, you have to hit the subscribe button and make sure that you're ready and that you're getting ready for your check ride, right? So I want to make sure that you can avoid those mistakes. So follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all of the other social media sites that I may be on. I'm not even sure how many I'm on right now. I think it's just those 4. But yeah, just follow me and stay up to date, especially if you want to know when the next time I'm doing a scholarship or any type of aviation content that I'm posting. I really appreciate you guys for staying with me. I'm pushing towards 500 subscribers. If I get there, I will probably do a giveaway. So you may be the lucky winner if you are the 500th subscriber. I don't know. Let's see. But let's keep the momentum going. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a blessed and a great rest of your day. See ya.